Yo, it's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with your boy Marcus and my beautiful, amazing co-host, Miss Janelle Mayfield. How you doing?
I'm just realizing what you titled the episode. I'm good. How's everybody? I hope y'all are
I'm
good.
good. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm okay. I had a kind of a rough. It was like a rough weekend, but also a great weekend.
You did. But before we get to that, let's introduce our
Yes, our
guest
guest.
host for tonight. She is an amazing friend of the podcast. She watches all the time. Good friend of mine, Miss Kim. How you doing?
I'm good. And I really just had to piggyback off of what Janelle said about the title of today's podcast because I had people messaging me like, not your face being on something called the Baby Oil Bandit. I said, I know. It must be my promo for OnlyFans because I'm confused.
My
but
promo for OnlyFans. Get out
but
of here.
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here and happy that you invited me, you and Janelle.
Hey, Marcus, I think you froze because you haven't blinked in like a minute. I don't know what happened. That's okay. We'll keep going until he gets back. But you are our Black Person of the Week. So clap.
Yay!
Everybody here, clap. Yeah. I wish we. I
Thank
really
you.
wish the applause thing. Can you tell us why, please?
Oh, so this week, well, it'll also go into what I did this weekend. This weekend, I was honored by the NAACP Saginaw branch as one of the young professionals for just some of the work that I have done so far in the community. And just, so it was definitely an honor. So I did that this past Sunday. They honored and recognized about 12 young professionals within the community. And it ranges anywhere from when they say young, anything under 45,
Okay.
45
Can
and
you give
under.
us some examples of what you've done?
So one, I'm a school teacher, so of course I always come to accent.
Yay!
I teach
Support teacher.
kindergarten.
Okay.
Yeah. So I teach kindergartners, and then I also have done some curriculum development for this community center called the Neighborhood House. I have worked with small businesses
Yeah.
to help get them started, from creating business plans to helping them get funding. So I've just done just different amounts of work around the community, I can say, but it's just hard to talk about yourself. So,
Mhm.
I didn't even, I'm also on the committee, so I still had to do some work that night. And I mean, so yeah, I don't even think I really told my friends or family. So
You need
my
to get in the group chat ASAP and let them know what's going on. Let people
I,
celebrate you. It's so hard. I
it
understand.
is. It is. They found out. They found out yesterday, but they were just like, I can't believe you didn't tell us. And I'm like, I told my parents the night before, like, hey, because they were giving me slack, like, you really didn't invite nobody? No.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
I get it though. I've been there many times.
Yeah. Yeah. I just do what needs to be done. That's
Amen. That needs to be a shirt. I just do what needs to
what
be
needs
done.
to be done.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's wonderful. Anytime that
Thank
we
you.
like celebrate people, celebrate Black people, celebrate Black women, period. So yes,
Thank
shout out
you.
to you and keep doing what you're doing. We support you. He's back.
Yes. Hey.
That was weird. Sorry, y'all. StreamYard crashed on me for some reason. It was doing that in pre-show. Hopefully, it won't do it again. I apologize. But I'm glad y'all kept going.
Your
So
service is
I missed the I guess the announcement on what you did. We're storming really bad here
Where
right
are
now, and
you?
I
Are you
think that
home? Oh,
might be
you're at
some
home.
of
Good.
the problem. And the godforsaken Midwest, man, and I know she's from the Detroit area, and I know
I'm from
she loves
Ohio.
it. I can't.
Do you really?
I'm
I
ready.
do.
That's dope.
I'm glad you love it, but it's just for me. It's just not.
Yeah, because I was ready to get,
I do. It's hard to leave.
but I follow a lot of people um in Detroit, and there's this one girl. She'd be making me want to move there. Her apartment is so cute. Like the places she goes, I'd be like, maybe I should move to Detroit.
Yeah, I'm even considering moving back, like down towards Detroit, because I stay an hour and a half away from there.
Mm. Are
Yeah.
you?
But no, sorry about that, y'all. So Black Person of the Week with you, and I'm proud of your accomplishment. It was so
Oh,
cool to see that. It was really cool to see that actually. I feel like all my friends are winning right now, and that's like one of the things I love most about us getting older and everything like that. You know, we're it gives us a chance to celebrate each other, and I don't like that a lot of times people in the past we wait till someone makes it all the way to their top of their dream to celebrate it, but we get to celebrate the steps along the way. And that's one of the good things about social media. Amongst all the things that people can say bad about social media, that is one of the great things to be able to keep in contact with you. And your daughter is hilarious, so that's also another like wait, like if y'all know, y'all probably don't follow her, but she is probably the funniest thing ever when it comes to that. Let's see. All right, so where were we? Let me get I learned how to use banners, y'all, so we can talk about topics. So Black Person of the Week was gonna come up. See, it's a little late, but it was gonna come up. But now let's talk about our next topic, because man, look, fellas, y'all gotta chill, man. I asked a question on the Facebook page. I asked a question on the Facebook page about 3 days ago in preparation for tonight's show. I asked the ladies, what's the craziest thing that a man has ever said to you? And the answers I got were just completely wild.
but true.
Completely wild. So in the midst of my Cowboys getting just eviscerated for most of the game yesterday,
Can we talk about that at some point?
no,
Okay.
no. I decided to go read some of these comments to make myself feel better. And ladies, y'all didn't disappoint. Y'all understood the assignment. Now, if these statements are 100% true, fellas, come on. All right. So our lovely co-host decided to go first.
I feel like I didn't decide to go first. It just happened that
you would just happen to be ready for this to come.
correct.
Okay. So, and she's a top contributor. So thank you. Thank you for being a top contributor. I appreciate that. So she said, you seem to be a great human, but you have too many jobs and your work seems to be your focus. And this is a man you knew for 72 hours.
Mind you, he was calling me from the steps of his grandma's house.
Wow. He lived there, or was he visiting?
I'm pretty sure he lived there, but it was basically like he expected me to just be available for him. And I don't even remember this man's name.
Okay. And then the next one was, you think you're all that because you work a lot and get everything you want. Y'all friend. Do you want to name said friend? Because you put y'all friend.
People know who it is.
Okay. One just popped up in the comments. One just
Hold on, wait a minute.
comments.
Did he have proof that he
Let
would
me read
pay
it.
all the bills?
Craziest thing a man said to me after knowing me for 2 months, can I move in with you and I'll pay all your bills? Did he move in and did he pay some bills?
I need to know, because is that crazy or is that a come up?
No.
I feel like that's what
live in my basement. We could be roommates.
This
is that
was
what the ladies want?
They knew me for 2 months, but they probably reached back out 2 months later. This was after they got upset with me and then blocked me for about 8 weeks. And then they came back and was like, hey, I'm in a tough spot. You trying to get all your bills paid? Would you let me?
I'm in a tough spot.
How you in a tough spot and you can pay bills?
I'm sorry, run that back. I'm in a tough spot.
He just didn't have anywhere to live, but he had access to money.
Sir, you're homeless. There's shelters.
I said,
go to church.
I'm like, is it crack? I was like, are you okay? You can't be. I said, I must be being pranked.
Yeah,
and
he was dead serious, wasn't he?
He was like, yeah, he was. He was like, well, can you just think about it and then get back to me?
Can you just think about it?
I thought about it. It took me 2 seconds. I thought about it. No, don't play with somebody else.
What goes? I just need to understand, like, what happens in the brain. I want to see, like, what lights up in the brain for things like that to come out of it.
Let me get through some more of these. Let me get through some more of these. But also, I didn't get to say at the beginning of the show, shout out to St. Louis for Frizz Fest this weekend. It's a celebration of natural hairstyles for Black women and Black people, just Black culture altogether. But I never seen so many Black people in St. Louis all come in one spot. Never seen it. Didn't know where everybody was at. Apparently, they came off of this though.
Is St. Louis not a very Black place?
It is a very Black place, but it really hit hard by COVID. So there's not much going on here.
Okay,
very rundown from where it is. It's like, I mean, it's just it could be so much more. But anyway, a great turnout. Great black-owned companies out there. Like there were sisters out there braiding hair, like straight braiding hair in the booths and everything. It was beautiful.
Where was I?
And then Marsha Ambrosia performed, she was the performance. So
I know she's not your favorite.
She's not, but
that's my girl.
But she did good. But anyway, let me read some more of these comments. Sinise, our friend Sinise said, with all evidence laid out in asterisks, that's not me.
Marcus.
That's what she said. The man said, with all the evidence laid out, said, that's not me.
Mind you, she and I literally were on the phone talking about this the other day.
That's Shaggy, man.
Believing is not always seeing. So maybe it wasn't.
Yeah. But all right, next one. Let me go through. Brittany, congratulations. She's about to get married. So congratulations to you. Love. She said Law and Order SVU isn't a good show.
That's the one that whoever said that, there is a place in hell.
Yeah.
Law and Order SVU is not a good show. What kind of demented, miserable person would say something like that?
The next one is I hate peanut butter. Now, mind you, there are those of us who are allergic. So let's be fair.
But that's different.
No, let's be fair.
Y'all just can't have it. That don't mean y'all hate it.
Right. There are people who probably love peanut butter and hate that they can't have it.
My mom pops her Benadryl and then eats it. So
your mom,
her throat be scratching. She might go to the hospital, get an EpiPen shot, but she risk it at least once.
I know that's right. She'd be okay.
She do.
Enjoy. You only live once, okay? If there are solutions, why not?
Okay. Next. After presenting evidence, this is her other one. After presenting evidence, laying out the case, you're just looking for something to be mad at. That's not what you think it is.
Good.
This is starting to seem like a trend.
It's the gaslighting for me.
Tierra Royal says her favorite is I don't remember that. That's but sometimes y'all we don't be remembering something like that.
Go to the next one.
Did y'all be talking somebody?
Because I'm about to get triggered and get upset.
Khadija says you're being selfish because you won't share a man.
Can we save that one for a topic for another day?
I think that got some
and can we invite that person on the show?
Because you won't
share a man.
Do y'all want us to go to jail? No, for real. If y'all want us to go to jail, just say so.
Okay, next. One of my cousins said, what I do with females on the internet ain't cheating. It's the internet. It's just the internet. I ain't never gonna meet these people. It's just the internet. That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
Next one's from our good.
These people.
This one's from our good sis Jasmine. Jasmine says, "I assumed you knew."
What do they say about assumptions?
You make
exactly. No.
T says, "You won't be happy unless you turn into a female."
Yeah.
I don't know what that one meant. I don't know what that one meant.
Can we comment under and come back?
Yeah.
Come back and explain.
Revisit.
Because I have a couple of questions.
We will revisit that one at a later time. Okay. This is my favorite one. And I don't blame this brother one bit. He is my spirit. And I'm going to put this there. After repeatedly telling a man I wasn't interested, he said this to me word for word. Your booty is too big for me to walk away. And y'all want honest men. That's an honest man right there.
To be honest, I wanted to see the evidence just to see if it's the point.
Yeah, like let's see the evidence.
I just wanted to. Can I get some proof? Some visual.
Brother. When it's sitting, you ain't quitting. That's what That's the way I feel about it.
I'm just
And I
curious,
appreciate
like,
that. He was determined to be and see a lot of people don't got that kind of faith. And that's the problem. That's why
that's
they don't get
also
what
low
they
key
deserve.
scary.
It is.
It
It's
is.
crazy for a man to say. He don't care nothing about your personality. He just said that thing.
That thing
That
is
thing.
crazy.
Exist.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
ladies, y'all definitely came with it. So we appreciate all those comments.
We don't.
17 comments. I ain't gonna read them all, but those were the best ones out of the group to me. Good work. Good work, y'all.
Good
Ladies,
work.
I hope it gets
We're
better.
traumatized.
I hope it gets better for y'all out there, fellas. Come on. Get some. What happened to the art of the pickup line? What happened to that?
Y'all got lazy and audacity and microphones, which we almost forgot about a topic. Just want to let you know.
Oh yeah.
I really want to talk about that one. Please do not.
We will. I think we can work that into around the end. I think that would be.
Yes, because I feel like I have a very different opinion.
Okay. On to the next topic, man. This one just
I'm so happy we got this feature.
The Janet might need a jacket, y'all. And by jacket, I mean straight jacket, because on the weak Tito, the only normal looking Jackson.
Was he?
He's normal looking than the other ones.
Oh,
At least he let himself go bald.
Compared to the other one, sure. It was just so much makeup. My God, the amount of foundation.
At least he let himself go bald. He let himself go bald. And I appreciate that. Hold on, we got a comment. Angel Hall. She says Ashanti or Alicia Keys, who is more beautiful? Hard chose. Both women are beautiful. When did we say anything about that?
I'm so confused.
What?
I think you might be at the wrong show, Angel.
I'm so confused.
Hold on, let me put it up there. I'm not joking, y'all.
I want to answer. I want to answer.
Ashanti or Alicia Keys, who is more beautiful?
First of all, when stuff like this be happening, I've been thinking it's like racist white bots or something.
Yeah. Is this
Angel,
a homework assignment?
So, Angel, this is Marcus in the Man Cave. And so we put the topics on the screen. No, thank you for your contribution, honestly. Just because this is so out of left field, I'm gonna go ahead and humor this conversation. And I'm just gonna say, ain't gonna be no black woman bashing on this show. They both absolutely amazingly beautiful women. They both are in their own lane. One just became a mother, and the other one headlined last year's Super Bowl, and
thicker than a snicker,
looking good. And so I ain't got to choose between them because I'll take both of them. Both of them.
BOFF.
Both of them. They both awesome. Anybody else got anything else to say about that?
Good. First man, we really should just segue into the podcast because you gave a great answer to a trifling.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. We don't delve into that kind of stuff over here. Where we was at? Janet needs a jacket. Okay, back to another black artist. Janet needs a jacket. So this week we lost Tito Jackson. He was always like the joke of the Jacksons for some reason. I never understood why.
That's a quick question.
Yes.
I mean, granted, like death is sad in general, but there were people acting like what was it about Tito that made people just so? I don't want to sound mean.
Sad. I think because he's the I think it's a revelation that the Jacksons are dying.
No, I understand that, but people were acting like
he was a superstar.
No, like it was their family member. I was like,
not Tito. Yeah, I think they thought we were talking about the vodka. I think they thought we were talking about the vodka, and like something happened to the vodka company, and then people were like, "Oh, it's just the Jackson." And
I just thought it was dramatic.
It was a little bit dramatic.
Okay. I don't think it was as bad as when Michael Jackson died. Like nothing is.
Well, that's Michael Jackson.
Exactly, that's Michael Jackson. So I mean, they weren't that dramatic. They weren't that.
His last name was
on my
Jackson.
timeline. I was like, half y'all didn't even know this man was still alive.
But anyway, back to Janet.
Like when you heard about Tito Jackson.
Back to Janet. So her brother dies this week. Maybe she's going through a little bit of something.
Boy, please.
But she decides to get on the internet and question Kamala Harris's race. Now, she was asked a question about it, yes. But she questioned her being black by saying her father was a white man.
She said, I don't know. I don't watch the news. I ain't watching the news.
I don't know. I don't watch the movie. But she got the nerve to open her mouth. Now, D.L. Hughley, for all my issues with this man, he wiped the floor with her. He said, you got the nerve to ask that kind of a question or say those things while you breathing through a white woman's nose. And then the first comment I saw under there, I don't know who he is, but I hope he's blessed and highly favored. They said Janet got the nerve to say something like this when her brother died a Chinese woman.
I wouldn't.
And this is why I say, oh, you ain't missing nothing, girl.
Heaven. Do y'all understand?
Hey,
I
Kira,
want
you
to
ain't
go.
missing nothing. We got title cards now, Kira. We got titles. But yeah, no, this is why I believe celebrities need to have PR people run their social media. So you don't do stupid stuff like this. And my thing is, I don't care how old Janet is. I don't care about any of that. The internet has Google now. There's no reason to be making these stupid mistakes and false statements. So, Kim, what you think about Auntie Janet saying what she said?
Again, sis could have just kept her mouth shut. We love you, Janet. Just don't talk. If you don't know, just keep your mouth closed. You could have just said, "Yeah, I'm not aware." So next topic, just next topic. Because you are basically saying everything that what your brother Randy Jackson said, who's supposed to be a known Trump supporter. Please.
He don't have no hairline either. I'm not listening to somebody with no hairline.
They all. It's not my turn yet.
It's their daddy fault, but it's your turn.
Hey man, that's really what it is. We need to go back and get him out of hell and beat his ass real fast.
Not get him out of hell, Janelle.
What? Where do you think he's at?
Nothing. Go ahead. Janelle.
I feel like all of my favorite people who are famous are ruining themselves for me because they won't shut up. Like, I really don't want to push the narrative, the shut up and dribble narrative, but maybe that woman was on to something. Like, y'all gotta shut up. Like, some people need to shut up and just stick to their craft. Granted, if you watch Janet's documentary on Lifetime, baby girl is not all there. She's not. Janet is not all there. And I think something about celebrities, we just forget a lot of them are really, really messed up. But at the same time, I'm just like, this is not the time. Like, this is a very serious election year. And celebs know the power that they have over people. People will base their decisions off of what celebrities say, which I think is insane, but it is very real. So, like, just be quiet, please. Like, I'm begging y'all, just be quiet. Everybody, be quiet. That's it.
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Especially coming from a black woman.
A black woman to do that too. And that's what makes me upset. Like, and that's why I was so glad when DL Hughley got up there at the DNC. I mean, was it? Yeah, it was DL. DL got up there at the DNC and said, I was guilty of spreading this false information.
Accountability.
And like, y'all have a platform. You know how powerful that your voice could be for some undecided voter, some super fan that's going to hang on your every word. I don't know why we think celebrities have this key to the knowledge of the world. Like, they don't. But you have a responsibility to me when you get that kind of fame. I'm not saying you got to be a role model for everybody, but you do have a responsibility to spit facts. And there's too many tools out here to fact check stuff for you to be out here saying that kind of stuff. So, Janet, just go on back.
Right, because Janet, we can sit up here and say, was your daddy
And Kier said it right. I don't really follow politics would have been sufficient.
Hello.
Good evening, Free Blacks. Good evening, Maestro, man. I heard your arrangement of Not Like Us. I heard your arrangement of Not Like Us, man. I heard that. They got that fire over there, Gremlin. If y'all not listening, y'all need to follow that man. But good to see you, bro. Let's move on. Speaking of another artist that just anyway. A chingy thingy happened this weekend. My guy Chingy was scheduled to perform at this is an oxymoron in itself. He was scheduled to perform at an LGBTQ conservative Republican event.
I really want everyone to be arrested. I don't know. I'm sick of this. Just please. I'm sick of this.
Why are we in this upside down? It doesn't make sense to me.
Is that real?
That's like Caitlyn Jenner being a Trump supporter. It just something doesn't make sense to me. But To each their own. I guess that's
No, because give me your card. I need your
But also, in all
LGBTQ plus card.
seriousness, like there is an LGBTQ plus community that is vilified and physically harmed and emotionally and mentally harmed by that group of people. And why can't we go back to jumping people? Why can't we just go back to jumping people?
But like I said, Chingy was scheduled to perform at this event, and because of the backlash he started receiving for he pulled out of the whole event and basically said, "I don't want to be in the middle of this. I don't want to be rocked." Now. My theory
Here
is
we go.
Chingy he got bills. I think he got a few kids too, don't he? And I think he got to pay these bills. He ain't been in no popular spotlight in a while.
He better hop on one of them tours.
I think he in the same
Soulja Boy
situation.
and them.
He in the same situation that Chrisette Michelle was in. You want to get back out there, get some notoriety. You're not
Hold on. Chrisette Michelle is a completely different situation, I feel. And that's why the Black community apologized to her.
Did they? Because she ain't been back since.
She dropped some music and it was okay. Literally, like it wasn't her best music.
When?
Exactly.
I ain't heard her.
There was like a thing. Well, maybe I saw on my timeline, but I think at the time that she did it wasn't as like prevalent as bad as things are now. And for him to say like, I don't want to be in the middle of this. It's 8 years now, sir. We've been in the middle of mess. Where have you been?
Yeah, I just feel like he needed some money.
But what he gonna do for? Give me what you got for a pork chop for some white folk.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Kim, were you a Chingy fan? And Jonathan says, "Hey."
Oh, tell him I said hello. Oh, duh. I can tell him I said hello. Hey, John. Yeah, I want to get up and hit the chicken head right now. Yes, you do it right there. Yeah.
Why would he do
like,
this?
Yeah.
Why is everyone ruining themselves for us? Like, I am owed compensation.
I feel you.
John
really said bye, Chrisette Michelle. He said bye. I don't think the Black people ever
John
forgave
is
her.
very much standing on 10 toes about that, and I get it.
I don't remember anybody ever pardoning her for that. Ever.
It was some time ago. Well, they were just talking about artists performing at certain
I loved her. But they were never for us. No. Yeah. But Chingy he bowed out. He gave it up.
It's like I feel like something in the brain goes away when these people become famous because, sir, you are a Negro. Loved by the Negro community. Why would we be cool with you doing that?
He just wanted to collect a check. He was gonna take them white people coin. He didn't care what he performed. Just give me the money.
Can you imagine him getting up there performing any of his music? You can come go with me. Money one call away.
As long as the check sign, he don't care what he performed.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he cares.
I don't think he cared. He might not really follow politics. So I think with everything that is going on,
that's not an excuse anymore, though.
Okay, it's not.
Amber Rose is on a whole different level because Amber Rose want to get the snot smacked out of her. That's my thing with Amber Rose.
She's scratching for relevancy.
She's black. And she uses the Black community so badly. And now she got all this.
Collect a check.
But do you know who's dating her?
Yeah, Amon Shumpert. I mean,
what?
You went from
that box?
You went from I'm gonna leave it right at that.
She laughing. You know she laughing.
No, she is. She really tried to protect him, and then he started acting foolish. And she was like, "Well, now y'all gonna see the truth."
And her friend was standing 10 toes behind her. I know that's not what we're supposed to be talking about, but
I really want someone to hit Amber Rose, just like knock that.
Amber Rose is trying to be the new Stacey. That's what she's doing.
Stacey Dash is actually black.
Yeah.
Amber is not.
We traded her though.
She been quiet.
No, she got back on social media a few days ago with some mess. Yeah, she did.
Is her foundation fixed yet?
Jocelyn tried and got beat up.
Amber Collins.
I'm really mad Jocelyn Hernandez did not win that fight because
Amber got hands. Absolutely.
she does.
Absolutely does. But yeah, so Chingy, try again next year, I guess.
Don't.
Next thing we got to get to is the crown of the night, is the topic everybody's been waiting for. Diddy done it, y'all. Over the weekend, Diddy was swallowed up by the feds, and they came and got him. He was actually, this is when you know it's big. This is when you know the government got you. When they don't send the police, they don't send the FBI. They sent Homeland Security to get you.
In some white collared shirts. First of all, he had a trench coat on. I know it was like 80 degrees.
They don't care. They were like, we got to look as bad as possible when we roll up in this
He
joint.
was also in the park just chilling a couple hours before.
Yeah.
Taking pictures with people. First of all, the fans are crackheads.
Well, you got people like Umar Johnson out here saying, like, when has this ever been a crime? Like,
when has what ever been a crime?
Yeah, that's Umar. But let me go here. So Diddy got picked up by Homeland Security. First of all, that's a cabinet level organization, which means they got enough to sink this ship already. The FBI and national organizations, they don't make moves unless they are 100% certain they got you.
Yep.
If they don't, they will drop it to the state governments to deal with it and see if they get it done. But the government has like 100% success rate. They don't play around. So he gets picked up on racketeering, sex trafficking charges. There was one more charge. I forget what it was, but it was 3 major charges. Exactly, Kira. The Fed does not lose. They don't lose. They build their case before they arrest you. So another thing I need to get out: black people, my people, I love y'all, but please educate yourselves in legal lingo before y'all get on Facebook.
For the love of everything.
Because the word allegedly means that this is what the prosecutorial side is going to try to prove. It doesn't mean they have proven that he's done it. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't do it, but I'm saying you have to let them actually go through and get him, like, there has to be a verdict for it to be proven as a fact, basically.
The way they deny his bond, he did it.
Oh, he did it.
The way he tried to give up everybody. He said, y'all can have my daughters, y'all can have them all. He said, I won't have no women over here. Can I go home? When I tell you, I have went into depth on this case because what Diddy has done over the years, and I said, I think it started at Howard.
He was only there for a semester.
But I think that I think the mindset that I am powerful started around that time, because that's when he started producing and stuff. He was producing from his dorm. I just feel like
but obviously a deep problem. Now so the feds, while he went on his little flight to Florida that time when he went down there, the feds decided, since he's away, let's go through his house, So they moseyed on through, and y'all think they worried about them videos? Nah, they got them hard drives. So they looking through where the money's going, who he's paying and everything. And they stumble upon all these, little, payments. This man bought $1,000 bottles of baby oil. Now, for me personally, I'm wondering how these pickups happened. How is he getting, they weren't getting shipped to the house. He was buying them. And I'm wondering, did he have different people go get 10 bottles today, 10 bottles tomorrow? I don't know how it's happening. But anyway, $1,000 of bottles of baby oil, and then 684 dildos.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, that's 684. Crazy. Keeping those sanitary must be a job. And I just feel for those housekeepers.
People that like that really scare me. What went wrong with you?
If you think the search warrant was out of nowhere, y'all crazy.
No, literally, that's really important. People don't understand. The feds have been watching Diddy for a long time. They've been in his business for a long time. I don't even think we know the half of what's about to come out.
And they've been watching before the Cassie thing, y'all.
Yeah,
trust me. She was just the catalyst that let them know, okay, the jig's up.
They
We
also
it's time to
need
move.
they need those open doors to make it easier for them to slide
Mhm.
through.
So now they can say this is proof that he has a pattern of behavior. He's already been
Let
charged
Let me
with
tell
it.
you something, baby. Don't ever give me no search warrant.
So Kim, I want to ask you. What
Mm.
I mean, we know Diddy got some bops we used to bop too. You know, he got some. What is your feeling toward Diddy as in his like his music? What is your feeling towards Diddy hearing all this? As a person who went to Howard, like, what are you feeling about this all?
Well, one, I can't even tell you the last time I listened to a Diddy song. So I mean, songs that he has produced,
Yeah.
yes, okay, but songs that he's on. Anyway, no, he's just always did cameos and videos. I can't tell you the last time I watched one of his videos. I mean, Howard gonna miss his money. That's about it. I
He
mean,
wasn't really
we
giving it.
not. I mean, exactly. I mean, baby, put him in jail, throw away the key, federal prison, and throw away the key. It's all right.
He ain't gonna make it to jail.
Another one bites the dust.
You don't think so?
Nah, they gonna put him right in prison. He
I
going to
hope
prison.
Because
I
see, this is
really hope not that. No, he thinks he's gonna die.
Kier is our resident law enforcement agent, and this is what I think is going to happen. See, right now, Diddy think he got these videos and stuff, and he gonna be able to leverage that and be like, "Yo, I know all the dirt about all the artists. I'm snitch on all them and get them in this." And the FBI, to me, Homeland Security, has probably already contacted those people they know have been involved and are like, "We'll give you immunity to flip and testify against him."
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They finna put everybody on the stand. They finna put Kim Porter on the stand. They finna have her book up there.
The book that
Up
you
on
got
the-
leaked, I'm about to figure out how to get it.
Mhm.
They
The book
they
that
about to
was
put
supposed to be happening.
everybody gonna be on the stand against Diddy. And the reason I really think they didn't want to let him out because they don't want to give him a chance to leak any tapes or anything
Yeah.
with other people. So they're like, oh no, you gonna
Because they don't want to make
here.
that witness not credible after that. Like
Yes.
after they get that, it's like, oh, I can't use them as a witness. So I think they've already flipped him. Oh, ain't no immunity. Hello, you can't buy your way out of federal time. I mean,
Yeah.
you might get cushier. I'm talking about not for Mr. Combs. I'm talking about for the people that are involved in these videos. I think they are going to get a deal because they want Diddy, so they're gonna flip them to testify against him. But Janelle, I know you're a big Diddy fan. You love his dance moves. You what are you like? How do you feel about? Because I mean, he was like the first black hip hop person to make it up to that billionaire status. Like a lot of people would say Biggie was king of New York, you know, Jay-Z, but technically Diddy was king of New York for a long time. I can guarantee the feds have confidential informants. They've been given insider info. Absolutely. Them house workers and everything in there cleaning up all that oil on the floor. Can you imagine waking up the next day just slip sliding your way to the kitchen because you can't walk? All them hamstring injuries, torn ACLs. Like, I can't. Anyway, go ahead, Janelle. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You remember that scene and what was it? Why did they get married or whatever? She poured the baby oil on the bathroom floor
to tear his ass up. Which
yeah.
I have a lot of feelings about this. Actually, it's frustrating because yes, I actually do really like Diddy. I like his music. I like the music that he makes himself. I like the music that he produces. You put on a Diddy song, I will absolutely start dancing like Diddy right in front of you. On the other side of that, I get scared because it's like, yeah, he's gotten arrested and stuff, but the amount of time he's had to do some awful damage is crazy.
Yeah.
He's had decades of time to ruin people's lives. And we saw one video.
Oh no.
Absolutely.
I just don't be wanting to cut y'all off.
Say what you gotta say, because that's wild. That's wild.
You know how mad I would be, but I don't know. I just wonder, like, are there signs like when he was younger or something that we
there
could
were signs in 99?
No, I'm saying is this something that not only does he deserve jail time, is this something that we should be watching for in young people? Like, is it a mental issue? Like, what is it for someone to be that sick?
It's called power.
No, I understand that.
And realize you can get away with anything, you start pushing the bounds.
No, I understand that, but the things that he was doing,
Shut up, Kevin.
Right. Like, that's crazy. And then on the other side of that, now I understand, because I used to really get upset about the fact that Howard would not like give Diddy any recognition. And I feel like, what did y'all know that we don't? Howard would not give Diddy any recognition until just a few years ago. He bought
And
the
then they-
iLab, and they had been going back and forth with naming the iLab after him for years, and they would not do it.
Mhm.
I don't know.
But I just, people like, it's just so frustrating because it's like, are all these people who are diabolically talented this sick? Because I just feel like we keep seeing more and more and more people who are really talented and are up in high positions coming out as disgusting.
I don't. I just think there was. It seems like all the time, like we look back, we start watching these videos. It's like, why did we not see this stuff as weird before? So, like in 1999, he's doing an interview with
I
Conan.
was 10.
I know. I'm talking about the people who are old enough.
Our
like the people-
parents? Say it. Our parents?
my more money, more problems. No, this ain't
I
got to do
know
nothing.
that ain't Bishop Johnson in our
Bishop-
chat. It is an honor. Sir.
Well, welcome. I have a question for the one with the French roll.
Y'all, I have a French roll in my head. And that's
Oh,
got to be-
listen, I'm going to see Kurt Franklin next week, and I said I wanted to put a French roll in my hair.
What you got, boss? What you got, boss?
What's the question?
Not my friends coming in this chat. I'm sick of them.
For the one with the French roll, it's the capital French
Heroine
roll.
of God.
Hi, Gabby. Hi, Gabrielle. She went to
Okay.
Howard. She went to Howard as well.
Can I have an
Okay.
explanation of your handle? I'm fascinated.
Heroine of God. Like, am I saying hair? Hair.
Or is it?
It's here. It's here with.
What is that? What is heroine of God? What is that?
I think.
How do I get some of that?
I think. Wait. I think that's. I want to say that was her line.
Let me-
name.
Okay.
Let me get some of that hair.
I
Is that milk of the poppy? What is that? What is that?
Please.
What is that?
Yeah.
Milk of the poppy, get off.
How do I get some of that? But no. What were we saying? I'm sorry, Gabby. Yeah, I'm sure your name has some significant meaning, and I love it. But no, but the thing about Diddy in '99, he does an interview with Conan O'Brien. He's like, "What do I need to do to have successful parties?" And Diddy is saying, you know, you got to have good-looking fellas there, and you got to have good-looking women there, and everything's like, okay, that makes sense. You know, you'd want that at a party. Then he's like, you got to have water because, like, women, they want to drink alcohol, but they also need water. Like, if you don't have water at a party, women gonna leave. Like,
Okay,
he's like, some women just like to sip water. So I'm like, absolutely,
Okay.
Diddy. Yes, you're not terrible yet. This is when you were good. And then he says, you want alcohol there? Every party got to have alcohol. I'm like, yeah, you know, turn up. And then he says, you got to keep the temperature hot. He's like, you got to keep it real hot in the place. Like, and then, you know, Conan starts looking at him like, I don't want to be hot while I'm partying. And then he's like, and you got to have locks on the doors. And he like starts laughing. And I'm just like, yo. And Conan like is like, I don't like where this is going. But then he just laughs about it. And then he like tells him to shut up. And he's like, no, we just talking like that. But you can see on Conan's face, he's like, the hell is this man talking about? But it's like multiple
Some
interviews.
people have to
like
take
that.
their clothes off.
I'm guessing. And then
I mean,
locks
unless
on the
I'm
door
at
so
a
they
party
can't
with
leave.
Nelly, not current Nelly, back in the day Nelly, I would do that. I would be all about being at a hot in her part, okay? But with Diddy,
Boy, Diddy, I mean, he said keep it hot and
Being
then
hot
have
at
good
parties-
locks on the doors so that people can get out. And so she said, right, in the opening, nobody blinked an eye. But Conan was blinking, and he was just like, yo. And then he goes on to other interviews, and you can see how uncomfortable, like,
Yeah.
Usher is around this man. I don't know what Usher went through as a child, but I am sure.
from what I've heard, he got away.
Mm-hmm. Thank
But
God.
they're saying Justin Bieber.
He
they're
did
saying-
not. He did not get away.
Which
But
honestly
it makes me
would
question,
possibly
too.
make a lot of sense for his evolution.
And it makes me question Mr. Furtick that everybody loves so much.
Hold
too.
on, please.
But my sweater wasn't coming off for God at that altar, so I don't know. Hey, boss, what?
Why are we like this?
I love this.
And
What's up, Michael?
means that. And he means it. Ain't taking it off for nothing.
But man, but
Chilling.
yeah, Justin Bieber. It makes me question Stephen Furtick too. Now, I know that's a pastor that everybody loves, that mega church pastor. He's that pastor of Elevation Church, I believe. But he was with them too. But I think now we need to start questioning the people that we put on pedestals. And I've never liked putting people on pedestals because everybody's fallible, everybody has problems. But look at the people who were in these parties, in these images around this man. You have people who have no business being there. TD Jakes, what business do you have?
He was trying to save souls.
Let me see.
He was trying to swallow souls up there.
God said, meet them where they are.
Sit up and HBO or somebody is going to drop the craziest documentary on TD Jakes.
That's why his voice like that. Can you imagine that? You at the party and something come up behind you. Hey, brother.
Have you ever been swallowed?
Have you ever been swallowed up?
I really don't want to make fun of this.
Swallowed up. A time of swallowing. No, but like, can you imagine?
Hold on. It's the difference between being freaky and needing to be placed under the jail.
Yeah. Everybody got a little freaky.
Consensual. Freaky is not children. Freaky is not bondage and beating and abuse.
And then there's that video of Diddy where he's on the balcony and he's like, and it's not funny. I'm laughing because it's just so ridiculous now that nobody caught him. He says, all right, y'all, we gonna have this have it like this for another hour. He's like, and have the nice music and nice vibes, but in an hour these kids need to go home because this is about to turn into something that they don't need to be at.
Fair. I understand that. Take them out.
But then he says it's gonna turn into the kind of party that they're gonna want to come to later in life when they get a little older so they can experience this. And I'm just like, that's creepy stuff. You could have just got up there and said, hey, y'all, kids need to go home in an hour. This isn't the only party.
But also, I have to be honest. He must have so much energy, especially to be such a busy man. How do you have the energy to be having that amount of sex? You're not tired? Sex is tiring.
Let me read these comments real quick. Somebody said, since when is it a crime to be freaky? Yeah, nah, that's not freaky. That is locking the doors and hold people against their will. Wild. The stuff he forced
his power.
What he forced Cassie to do, just crazy stuff that he forced her to do. You can be freaky all you want. Once you start holding people against their will, it stops being freaky. It starts being illegal. TD Jakes was his personal pastor. Sure, he was. He stopped by at a day party and took a pic. I wouldn't go to a day party, but like you're a pastor. Know where you need to be at. Like there's something. But anyway, I don't think there's a reason.
Wait, are you being serious? He's trolling. Okay, I don't blame him.
Now let me say this now. I think there's a reason we have been seeing Sarah Jakes out front a lot more.
Who? I don't be in the church.
TD Jakes' daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts.
But wasn't the torch passed to her recently?
Why do you think he did it? This man at the height of his thing, I think he's doing it because
he's scared. Old.
You see them clothes that man be wearing? It screams like you guys. Like
when I tell you, I don't know what TD Jakes even looks like right now. I really am very far removed.
And I'm not trying to, this is just my speculation. I hope everything's gonna up and up, but I really think that this man has passed the torch because so much is starting to come out, and he's been at some of these events, and he needs to do it. There's a lot of old people that's still holding on to stuff. Jerry Jones ain't going down.
I have to be honest. I do not trust TD Jakes. I don't.
It
doesn't necessarily have anything to do with Diddy. I just don't trust him for other reasons. But
and like
Kier said, could never pray for me.
With who I accuse,
he could never pray for me. He
no,
baby, don't even. No, you can't lay hands on me.
Don't even think about me.
Pray for me. Yeah, no, I am not in your thoughts nor prayers.
And Kier said a lot of people are stepping down. All these CEOs, and I think a lot of them might have been involved in some of this because it's just the timing just seems weird. Like for all of these CEOs to just be like Nike CEO. Who else stepped down? Was it Russell Simmons stepped away from his stuff? But they said he learned from Russell. That's the rumor that he learned this behavior from him.
This is a man who has been living in trees for years because he's so scared to come back. And now he came back talking about, I ain't scared of y'all. I ain't did nothing wrong. Sir.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, I have to, not us, but I do blame I somewhat do blame our community. These are people who should have never been put on these pedestals. We should not be filling their pockets. We should not have made them so powerful to the point where even if he goes to jail for the rest of his life, that will still not even be a band-aid for what the victims went through.
No,
Like, I
not at all.
cannot imagine the amount of therapy, the nightmares, the hell that Cassie is going through. I cannot even imagine.
Nope. Kier said that's why I wrestle in Thailand doing
Right,
yoga.
sitting in the trees, crossing his old ashy legs. He get on my damn nerve.
But it's just and I'm tired of people like everything isn't about black. And this is what I mean by that. Like, I'm tired of people saying they just trying to take down one of the black people. Once we make it all the way up, they're gonna always aim for us to be. Do you not have relatives that are women?
But these are the same folks that will bring their kids around that nasty uncle that they know is nasty. But
y'all
they
know how he is.
Why are your shorts so short? Those are those people.
Yeah. Like, everything is not a black thing, man. This man committed numerous crimes against underage individuals, forcing them to engage in sexual activity while he either filmed it or pleasured himself to the things, kept the tapes for himself. Like, they have uncovered so many recordings of this.
Okay, so everything might not be a black thing, but I will say sometimes, especially when they get of power, they'll see like, oh, somebody that might be of like money will be doing some of those same things. But sir, at the end of the day, when black people rise to power, you're still black. You're still black. You're black in America.
Well, he should have remembered
worse for you. They're going to be looking for you harder. Okay.
Yes.
Kier, say it again. Kier, say it again. You can be black and be wrong.
Be wrong.
We don't have to, and I think we as the people, we gotta be, not us per se, but we gotta be better at that. Hold our people accountable too, because we can't be espousing all this greatness and saying, you know, we stand for this and that, and then want him to get off with this. To me, you can't. This ain't the OJ verdict. This is a man who has been causing like incomparable hurt to people.
These are the people that just really don't understand.
And y'all owe Cassie an apology.
I mean, I've been thinking about some of the conversations I've had recently with my own family members. When people like, love, or worship whatever other people, they really become blind with how awful people can be. They become so blind. And it's just like, and it's so interesting to me when it's people they don't know. Diddy don't know y'all.
At all.
He would probably try to do the stuff he was doing to them other people to y'all. So, like...
Kier said, but guess what? We not them, so we can't move like them. Why should he go free? OJ was our freebie. That's never happening again. Okay. Well, we shall see. But we will wrap that up. I hope Diddy did. And we will move on to our next topic here. This was a topic that we almost forgot because we got a lot going on with these new banners now. I'm gonna clean them up next week. They're gonna be fancy. But here we go. Things black people are silent about. And so Janelle, just talk about it because this was one time.
I don't want to talk about this. I want to talk about the other podcast people.
What other podcast people? I thought this was the one.
No. That was just
well, I'm wrong, y'all.
We're going to talk about the Shits and Giggles podcast.
Okay.
Long story short, two middle-aged black men who have a podcast in the UK called Shits and Giggles. They're doing a US tour. They have millions of followers. Majority of their followers and fans are black women. They have built a beautiful platform about they're very nice and into therapy, and they speak well, and they're soft, and they understand black women. They decided to do a US tour. I believe they were in Texas first, and they were talking to some black women, and they started saying that they said that there's no one good looking in Atlanta. There's no good looking women in Atlanta at all. And they start to talk about the way the women in Atlanta look. Then they go to another podcast, Andrew Schultz's podcast. If you follow Andrew has been doing the Flagrant podcast for a very long time. I've actually been listening to him for years. So if you follow him, you know exactly who Andrew is and the fact that he talks about anyone and anything. He can be racist, he can be sexist, he could be whatever he feels like, and he's always been that way. they start talking about who they enjoy dating and how if you date a Black woman, she'll make you change your hair and all this stuff. And the conversation just goes into them basically talking down on Black women, making fun of us, saying that, they were baited into saying that they would rather date white women. It's just, if you can go see the clip, I wish we had the clip, but they have now lost a lot of their fan base. They deleted the first 100 episodes of their podcast, and they put out an awful apology. I say all this to say, I feel that Black women need to affirm more wisdom because there are Black men who are using us to build an empire, and they do not care about us at all.
Mm-hmm.
No one baited them. We know exactly who Andrew Schultz is. If you didn't do your research, as someone who has such a huge fan base, that's on you. But I feel like the amount of excuses when it comes to Black women being the butt of the joke, Black women being the butt of everything, especially in a time right now that is so dangerous for us, there's no excuse.
Mhm.
And I think that we need to hold them more accountable. And I want Black men y'all need to hold each other
Yeah,
accountable.
that's why I didn't want to
think
answer
you
the,
don't,
the
but you
question earlier. That's stupid. Like, I'm not doing that, man. Like, we have enough podcasts doing that. Who's better? Who looks better? Who does it mean? Y'all don't have a chance with them anyway. So why we
They were
even
talking
debating?
about our attitude, saying Black women just have bad attitudes and we make y'all hair fall out.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe they just tired of dealing with the BS that we have that we make them put up with. I mean, like,
But what was scandalous was in their apology, first they said there was no excuse. Then they go into blaming Andrew and saying he baited them, blah, 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 blah. Andrew responds and says, I asked you if you want to take out those clips. You told me no. So that's why I'm just like,
crazy.
F all of y'all.
Yeah.
Kimberly, I'm gonna put that back up for you because you said since
Yes, we can go back to that.
since you said what you said, go ahead and say what you said.
I said things Black people are silent about. The bill. When it's time in a big group and you can only pay with one card, who paying? Who got enough on their credit card?
That's why I don't go out to dinner with a lot of people.
With a big group.
I left my car running. I gotta go.
Man, I recently went on a group trip to Mexico, and when they were like, oh, okay, it's only gonna be one check. Oh no, my friend that was paying was like, oh no, I need all this money right now before I even pay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I said, oh baby, everybody getting silent because we like, nah, we can't put our card down. This ain't my birthday.
Y'all don't talk about this ahead of time.
I think it is done. People do talk about it ahead of time. I think sometimes people just
I also just go to eat with people I know, like, oh, we'll just split it. Unless we
correct.
Yeah. For the most part, like, I love y'all, just split it.
And don't be ordering that salad trying to get out of it. If you have agreed, to me, if you have agreed that you're gonna split this, don't do that. Because I'm not gonna have any sympathy for your $10.99 salad. You said you were splitting, you're splitting. Period. Get mad at me if you want.
You know something else I think Black people are silent about, and it may seem really minute, but it really bothers me. I just have this thing, especially because y'all know I be on the internet all the time. I have this thing about when like non-people of color's content is just them mouthing Black sounds or like dancing to Black only music. That actually makes me very sick. It just really pisses me off, and I feel like y'all have sounds too. Y'all have music. Why are you only choosing the most ghetto sounds?
Kier said Black people are silent about bad customer service at Black-owned businesses.
Are you sure? I'm like, no, they're not.
Be loud about it.
One bad experience and Black people will go on social media.
That's why
I don't support Black businesses now.
Yeah, I feel like Black people are louder about bad customer service at Black businesses than white businesses.
I feel like they excuse it. Not over here.
No, they do.
I was gonna say, I don't know. That's not in my experience.
I ordered a T-shirt like 2 years ago from this Black old company, ain't got it yet. And every time I messaged him, he would say, "Oh, I'm behind, a little bit behind. Oh, it's in the mail. Oh, I was like, can I get a tracking number? Oh, and then he blocked me.
Yeah,
never got it.
Child, no.
Yeah, I feel like it depends on where you're at because I feel like people be real loud. I mean,
real loud with it, and it'd be like they don't offer no grace. I see so many times. I'm like, okay, they just opened up. You try to give some grace. Like I think I try to lead with grace, but that's with any business until they don't correct the situation.
Correct. It's just frustrating. Again, like I've said on this show before, it's frustrating when it's us because it's like we root for each other so hard. I don't think there's anything wrong with having high expectations. Like, I understand that we can't get the most loans and stuff like that, but like, y'all don't have to be trifling. Y'all don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to be trifling.
And once you rude,
it's a wrap. I'm not coming.
Wrap.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say Black people be silent about, especially during this time of year, is you be silent about that family member who can't cook and you keep letting them bring dishes. You keep letting them bring dishes. First of all,
you gonna say no?
Yes, you do. Save them the money.
But how you gonna?
They are the paper plate. They are for paper plates.
I'm a family member. I'm your family member. I can't cook, and I say I want to bring the mac and cheese. Tell me no.
Kim's on the mac and cheese this year. We're gonna give you a rest. You do it every year. You do it every year. You know what? You work so hard every year, and your dish be amazing. You need to bring the paper plates and the paper towels. That's all you need to bring. Bring yourself and your beautiful family.
I'm immediately offended.
Go be offended at somebody else's house for Thanksgiving. We don't like your food. I tried to be nice. I tried to be nice.
If it's family, baby, they're just gonna come out and tell you, "Oh no, you can't cook. You ain't bringing nothing. Just don't even do it." And I got my family thinking because I got a French roll in my head that I can cook with a good strong arm. Baby, don't let this
put some plastic gloves on. I can see it now. Put a little hairnet over the back.
Here, you on a roll tonight. Somebody make you mad today? She said, "Yeah, you actually right. I just get annoyed when people try to make excuses for somebody being closed at Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Who is closed on Tuesday at 2 p.m.? I will literally scream."
She said she'll say no. We got it covered. Thanks. Oh, look at that, y'all. We had an hour already. We've had an amazing show. Look at that. Anybody else got something that Black people silent about? Your hair stink because you smoking that weed. We be silent about that. Tell your friends to wash their hair. It gets in your hair.
And brush their teeth. And the back.
They brush their teeth, and then they forget their hair. It catches that. Anyway, so the next one, final word. We had our final word. It's time for the end of the show. Janelle, first of all, your hair has been doing it these last few days, and we like it. We like it. So tell us, it's officially fall. It's that terrible time of year known as Libra season. What are the tips we need to do to avoid Libras? And no, I'm just playing. Some of the best people I know are Libras.
I'm a Libra.
I know. That's why I said it.
My birthday is October 21st. For anybody in the chat that wants to know,
we got a few birthdays. Lula's birthday is on the 6th. Yeah, we got a few birthdays coming up.
Yours is on the 7th.
On the 7th. My brother's is on the 8th. So yeah, we got a lot of birthdays this first week. But what are some tips and tricks for us to get ready for this fall transition in the season?
Ladies, I understand that we want to continue to wear makeup, but now that it is getting cooler outside, you really want to focus on hydrating your skin prior to putting that makeup on, because I am sick of seeing cracked skin come through foundation.
Ooh,
I'm sick of seeing crust come through foundation because your skin is dry. If you're having a rough day, I promise you it's okay to not wear some makeup. If you got to wear the makeup, I understand. Put on hydrating serum, spray, something, please. Because I'll be the person to be like, ooh, girl.
Kimberly, what do Black people need to remember this week?
Child, I don't know. Because Janelle done hit it on the head because this is the first day of fall. And I know I be having to remember. I wash my hands so much with kindergartner. So when she said remember, I was like, ooh, let me make sure I keep that Vaseline right in my
You're
desk.
cleansing your hands because of your face. Your face is glowing. So we know you are right.
Yeah, your face on.
No, I'm going to remember to stay hydrated. And
How do you stay, since you're around kids all the time, how do you stay in good health? Because these kids, I don't know if y'all had it going on. Like my whole workplace went through this area where we all got sick. Like everybody got sick the first week the kids went back to school. I guess they brought it home and we brought it to work. Like, how do you stay well?
So I don't, but we in there sick together. You gonna send your child to school sick? Come on, I'm not taking my time off because we're sick. We all sick, the whole class. I think, nope. No,
Nope.
but no, and in all honesty, like especially when I know I have a trip coming up or there's travel, I wear my mask. I tell the kids, stay
I know
back.
that's
Y'all,
right.
I am I love to travel still, so I'm like I put my mask on at least 2 weeks prior to, and I do my best. I wash my hands a lot. Every time a kid touch me or we're like, oh, let's hold hands, I'd be like, oh, okay. My doctor be like, please stop washing your hands so much. They making them dry. I'd be like, I can't help it.
I have a
He's
question.
mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for you as a teacher.
No, yeah.
Am I wrong if I tell my son don't hold your teacher's hands?
No.
Okay, I'm quick to tell him like don't touch nobody, like wash your hands. I just don't want them to feel like he's like anti, but I'm like don't touch, don't share no food, nothing.
Yeah, so I always tell kids now, like, okay, let's remember, let's keep our hands to ourselves. Please don't share
Great.
food. Like, people, especially because the kids will like cough into their hands, sneeze into their hands. So it would be very beneficial.
Then they want to give you that Cheeto.
And like the teachers might pass out snack and they don't even have the kids wash their hands. So honestly, I wish more parents would tell like,
oh yeah,
don't
I don't say that.
I don't tie shoes. So shoestrings are some of the dirtiest and nastiest things. And people send their kindergartners to school. They don't know how to tie their shoes. And I'm like, well, when my child didn't know how to tie their shoes, I sent her to school with no laces.
Correct.
Yeah,
Velcro.
Why are y'all sending y'all child to school with Jordans and Forces with laces and they don't know how to tie their shoes?
And your feet ain't even developed for them kind of shoes. You need them supportive shoes.
I'm like, I'm not tying shoes.
There should definitely be an episode where we have like you and another teacher talk about things that parents do that get on your nerve. And then I can talk about things that other parents do in school, because I'd be sitting there like, what is wrong with y'all? This is why the teachers hate y'all.
All right. As we end the show, we had a good episode, but here's the final word from me for the night. And I don't have much for you. I have two things. First thing is, you can accept the apology and also cut people off.
Say it again.
That's my first one.
Because I'll
forgive. You can accept the apology. You can accept the apology, and you can then still cut them off. You don't have to continue to commiserate with that person just because you accept their apology or they have apologized to you. If the behavior is enough that you feel that it's no longer beneficial for you to keep in contact with a person, go ahead, cut them off. Accept the apology, go your separate ways. Nothing wrong with that. Second thing is, I can't hear what you are saying because your lips are chapped.
Oh my gosh, about 4 times.
Oh my gosh,
every time you say the letter F, it's flapping. It's just like, a little wind flap.
Oh my gosh,
your lips are if you smile too fast, your lips will bleed.
You know when you look at somebody chap lips and you be like, man, oh my god.
Chapstick is affordable now. It comes in a 3-pack.
The word.
Buy 2 of those 3-packs, put one in your car, in your pocket. Yeah, in your pocket, at your work desk. Put it everywhere that you are stationary for a bit of time. And just apply it.
Vaseline is like 99 cents, y'all. Stop playing.
Even Chapstick has an SPF one now. It has an SPF one now that has sunscreen in it and everything. There's no excuse for your lips to be begging for water like that.
Or just drink some water too.
Yeah, drink some water.
Drink some water. Do something. I know it hurts.
With that being said, we love y'all. Thank y'all for coming into the show tonight. Thanks for supporting your girl Kim. I see a lot of her friends jumped in. We got to bring your friend back because I want to know what heroin. I want to know what that name. I want to know what that name is. I hope it's the heroine, like she's a hero. I really do. Okay. Yes. All right. So we're gonna have to talk to her. Kier, thanks for coming. Everybody that's been in the chat. Big Meech. What was the other one we had in there? I just want to thank everybody for coming, especially the first times, like Big Lance and all you guys the first time. I hope you guys come back. Hope you guys rock with us for a future show. Kimberly, I hope you come back too. I really do. With that being said, good night. Peace. Hope it ended. Oh, bye. All right. I think we're good. Cool. All right. We're good. Thanks, everybody.
All right,
Thank
beautiful
you.
black people. Have a great
All
evening.
righty. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.